Everybody like to use the excuse, I'm human and I make mistakes, but at 70 years old, being going to church for 40 years, it's some mistakes you can't afford to make. You know, it's some temptations you should be able to resist. What are you learning? But you know, long as they think they got a savior, they need a savior because they not right. You know, the metaphysics is what I'm into. Cosmology, ontology, metaphysics, truth. You don't get a savior. You are your savior. You are your end and beginning. Your beginning and end of suffering. You are. You held accountable. You are. You don't get a savior. You know, people, they love to say, oh, they conspiracy theories. I used to be the first one. I used to think people was crazy when they say all this old crazy stuff. And, you know, you couldn't even come to me talking to me bad about Christianity. You couldn't say nothing. You couldn't come to me talking about my God, my Jesus. I didn't want to hear it. But I was ignorant. You know, I didn't know no better. I didn't want to know, you know. When you brainwash, you know the definition of brainwash means? You don't want to hear nobody else's opinion. You don't want to hear no other thoughts. You don't want to hear no other facts and information. But like I tell anybody that comes up to me and asks me and tells me Jesus is the blood, he saves us, and hell is a fiery pit, and you gonna go if you don't believe me, if you question him, you know the first thing I'm gonna say, who told you that? Show me. Other than the Bible, because the same book you use to prove it, I can use it to disprove it. You know what I'm saying? It's the way you understand it. And if you don't read it for yourself and seek your own understanding and knowledge, and you let somebody else tell you the story, you're going to get their narrative. It's all kind of ways you can spin that. It's all kind of ways. I'm using it right now. Matthew 22:14. Many will come, but few are chosen. Who's the many? Who's the many? And who's the few? Few them conspiracy theories. Few them people you say crazy. Few them people you think don't know what they talking about. You know, like I say, I've been buying in love. I've been a Christian since birth. It was forced into me. I've been a Christian since up until 2 months ago. So that's over 40 plus years. I've been a Christian. Never have I felt this kind of love. True love. Abiding in love. Abiding in it, you know, living in it. Being around it. People that want to help you. People that support you. People that, when I wake up in the morning, it feels good being called queen and know why I am a queen. You know, not cause somebody saying it and they just trying to get to me. I know why I am a queen. You know, and it feels good waking up, being around people like that greet you, positive energy, you know. I don't even be on the public domain no more. I don't. I get up in the morning, I go straight to my group, beginning of hope. That's where hope begins for me. That's where it begins. Ever since I started practicing metaphysics, listening to philosophy, opening my mind, reading. There's so many things I've learned that was hidden from me that I didn't know. You guys don't even, a bunch of you guys don't even know who Moors are. I bet you don't. But if you start reading past the 1700s, you'll find out. I know my history. You know, I know where I don't know originally where I came from, but I know where I'm going. I know where I'm going. You know, you gotta, people, they gotta wake up. They gotta wake up. You know, I see people, they always associate God with gifts. You know, it's God, it's bless me. God bless me. Nobody never talk about the mercy of God. You know, nobody talk about when you ain't your good self, you know, that ego. Nobody talks about that. You know, people create their own personal hell. They don't know that. You know, they don't know that. Y'all just don't know. The things that you think your intentions gonna ruin your life. Cause you think you got away with it. You think cause you do stuff and you put it off as something else, you know, and then you got away with it because your intentions was never there to begin with. You know, people gotta work on the purity of their hearts. You know, me too. I'm on a journey. You know, my heart broke, but it broke because I've been lied to. It broke for 2 weeks at least. I was sobbing. I didn't want to come out the house. I felt like I lost my protection. I felt like I lost comfort, you know, my savior. Because I knew I wasn't living right. I needed a savior. I needed somebody to be there for me because I knew my thoughts wasn't pure, I knew my intentions weren't pure, and I knew my actions wasn't right. You know, y'all didn't know that because I presented it to you on a picture perfect platter. But God knew. He knew my intentions weren't right. You know, the whole time of my journey, even though I was praying and following Christianity, somebody was always helping me. My spirit was always helping me. And they led me where I am today. You know, I'm happy. This is my purpose. My purpose. I've been looking for my purpose my whole life, you know. Yeah, I got a decent job. I ain't rich. I ain't poor though. You know, God's been good to me. I'm grateful. I'm grateful, but I'm more grateful that I found my purpose. I found what I need to do in life, you know, and it's to wake you people up, you know. One day at a time, but I'm telling y'all, once y'all start digging into y'all self and pulling out the reasons why you do the things you do, why you behave the way you behave, you know, humility is lost. Humility is lost. You know, I see people on Christmas post Christmas trees full of gifts, you know, and not being aware that it's kids out here that ain't got nothing. It's parents out here that's working hard and can't afford to get their kids a lavish gift, you know what I'm saying? They can't even afford to put food on the table. And here you is shoving what you have down their throat. You know what I'm saying? It's just not right. That's not humility. If you gotta tell somebody you humble, you not humble. Let the other people speak to your humbleness. People be on Facebook all the time talking about, I'm gonna remain humble, I'm humble. You ain't humble, ain't nobody else said it but you. That's the vanity in people. Vanity ruin folks' lives. Vanity ruin their lives. It's their ego. They people pleasers. If you don't want to please people, then you won't get up every day posting pictures, posting every movement of your life. Something is wrong. That's why you need to work on yourself. Why do you do that? That's what you need to find out. What drives that behavior? Am I not enough? Is this some self-consciousness inside of you? You know, you ain't finding that in church because evidently it ain't working. You ain't working because you're not humble. You know that story when Jesus, when the man came, he was humble. They gave him a humble award. And then when he got the humble award, he wore it every day as a badge of honor. And he wasn't humble no more. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's true. People lose all common sense when they read the Bible. They do. It's just like, they forget about reality. They're not living in a real world. It's like, you don't get a pass to do what you want to do and then be saved at the end. You know, it just don't work out like that, and I feel bad for my people. So, you know, being humble is being just that, humble. You know, humble people, they don't tell you everything they gonna do. They don't tell you about their moves. They don't brag. They grateful. And they remain humble so they can keep receiving positive energy from the universe. You gotta be grateful for what you have. You know, be grateful and be content with the fact that you putting out positive energy and it's coming back to you. You know, you can't walk around here acting like you better than people. You know, it's just sad. You know, like I say, people want to change the world. They need to change themselves. You know, it's hard. It's hard to look at. It's hard to dive into you and find out that you're not holy. You know, I just, people need to drop that savior stuff. You know, I'm frustrated with it because, you know, you can't talk to people that's brainwashed. You just can't. You try to go to him and be facts. I was talking to this guy.